Hello everyone, this is Yoko. I've noticed that a lot of information about what's happening in China doesn't always get accurately conveyed to countries outside of China. That's why I've decided to gather information and share it in English on this channel. I gather information from various sources, and I'd be delighted to receive your comments on the content of my videos. English is not my native language, so I use an AI speaker to generate the audio to ensure I convey information accurately. Today, I'd like to talk about a recent story involving a mid-sized Chinese real estate developer called Guizhou China, which has filed for Chapter 15 bankruptcy in the United States. A similar story recently occurred with the Evergrande Group, also filing for Chapter 15 bankruptcy in the US. Now, Chapter 15 bankruptcy is not widely known in Japan, so when Evergrande Group filed for it, many people were quite puzzled. However, it was Evergrande Group itself that filed for bankruptcy in the US, which raised questions about why a Chinese company would do this in the first place. For those who may not be familiar with Chapter 15 bankruptcy, I'll briefly explain. Chapter 15 is not about declaring bankruptcy itself, rather, it's a legal procedure related to international bankruptcies. It allows foreign companies that are going through bankruptcy or similar proceedings in their home countries to seek protection in the US. This is to prevent individual creditors in the US from seizing assets there while the foreign bankruptcy is underway. The reason for such a provision is to ensure that creditors are treated equally in the foreign bankruptcy process. Without Chapter 15, if creditors in the US sued to seize assets while a bankruptcy was ongoing in another country, it could lead to an unfair situation where some creditors get their claims satisfied while others do not. So, when a Chinese company like Evergrande Group or Guizhou China files for Chapter 15 bankruptcy, it's not a declaration of bankruptcy itself, but rather a way to protect their assets from being seized by individual US creditors while they negotiate with creditors and restructure their debts. It's important to note that even if a Chapter 15 petition is filed, it doesn't guarantee approval. Now, let me introduce Guizhou China a bit. Guizhou China is a well-known real estate developer in China, but what's more interesting is the background of its chairman. This chairman was formerly associated with Lenovo, a well-known Chinese technology company. Interestingly, he had a legal history, having been accused of embezzlement during his time at Lenovo and serving a prison sentence. After his release, he received substantial financial support from Lenovo and established Guizhou China. The connection between these two events raises questions and adds a mysterious element to the story. It's somewhat reminiscent of scenes from Japanese yakuza movies, where someone takes the fall for a crime they didn't commit and is rewarded with a high-ranking position upon release. In any case, this Chapter 15 bankruptcy filing by Chinese companies may become a more common occurrence in the future, given the financial challenges faced by some Chinese corporations. However, whether these filings are approved or not is still uncertain. If approved, it can help protect their assets from US creditors. In conclusion, Chapter 15 bankruptcy is a legal procedure to protect assets during international bankruptcies. Guizhou China's story, along with similar cases, highlights the complexities and mysteries that often surround these financial dealings in China. It's crucial for companies and individuals to be aware of the potential risks when conducting business or residing in China, especially in uncertain times. That's all for this discussion, and I'll see you in the next video. If you found this information interesting, please consider subscribing to the channel and supporting us. Thank you.